Foundation. The foundation is the only citizen-based nonprofit organization in the Bahamas which firmly believes that a nation's true wealth are its people and its natural resources. The Bahamas Natural Resources Foundation is principally established to advocate for full disclosure of all of the natural resources within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas that can be and might be exploited for economic gain, including any and all the proceeds and profits derived from the natural resources as a result thereof, and subsequently deposited into a separate national fund to benefit the citizens of the Bahamas. To this end, the Bahamas Natural Resources Foundation will advocate for the establishment of a Ministry of National Resources and the Sovereign Wealth Fund. The Ministry of the National Resources, we strongly believe that this ministry is urgently needed. This ministry's mandate will be to ensure that all of the natural resources which exist in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and can be exploited for economic gain be fully researched, properly documented, and easily accessible for the use and benefit of its citizens. Ultimately, this new ministry's role will be to successfully manage and safeguard the natural resources against any maladministration, illegal extractions, depletion and practices, as well as potential devastation that could and might threaten the sustainability of our natural resources and the quality of life for all Bahamians. The Sovereign Wealth Fund. The Bahamas Natural Resources Foundation recommends repealing and replacing the existing Sovereign Wealth Fund Act of 2016 with a new and improved one. The new Sovereign Wealth Fund will, among other things, comprise of any and all accumulated sums of monies derived from countries, reserves, any budget and trade surpluses, and any profits made from the exploitation of natural resources which is invested for the benefit of the Bahamian economy and is used as a strategy in effectively managing our resources well. In terms of membership, the Bahamas Natural Resources Foundation is registered in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Members or persons interested in joining the membership of this foundation can join the foundation by a prescribed fee of $1. You may complete our membership form that is online. We have a website, www.bahamasnaturalresources.org, and we admonish you to visit that page and sign up. Some editing going there, right?
Thank you. Sorry, was I supposed to put it on? Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Don't put it on the side. I'll swim with the fishes.
Swim with the ducks, right? Prescott Smith. No, that's me. Right. Yeah, the Bahamas Natural Resources Foundation was set up by all of the officers here and other Bahamians with integrity. The goal, as the President pointed out, is that the country's resources should be used for the benefit of its citizens. And there are so many resources outside of what the public generally hears about. Documenting them properly will allow you to make decisions that would not be devastating to present and future generations. A clear example would be like what has happened in Grand Bahama and other parts of the Bahamas, where many series of canals were cut up through the island, intrusion of salt water into the freshwater lands, and huge areas of the pine forest are dying as a result of it. You know, such decisions were made to just benefit a few persons, and yet the country overall suffers because an island like Grand Bahama has the second largest freshwater supply for the country. And so all of these things are connected to our marine environment. Humans overall benefit from the resources, whether they are breeding in Grand Bahama or in Andros or all of the other islands throughout the country. And so when you think of a country like the Bahamas with so much wealth beyond our wildest dreams, you know, having the opportunity to travel and see many things that are not known to the public, as the President pointed out, the full documentation will take place. I'll give you an example as a former Defense Force officer. A colleague of mine shared with me, he said, Prescott, I was off McWarner and I saw a school of bluefin tuna. And when the tuna got to the Defense Force boat, he timed it. It took 20 minutes for that school of tuna to pass the boat. Now, one bluefin tuna can go from $100,000 up to $1 million for a single fish. And so you can't have a citizenry being kept in the dark when everybody else comes from around the world. They know the wealth is here, and then they approach our governments one after the other, and then you make decisions, give away the country's true wealth, and our people continue to suffer and being, you know, educated or miseducated, that we only have sun, sand, and sea. And so this is foundation. It's for all Bahamians. It is not political. All Bahamians should join it, and all of their lives will be impacted positively. Thank you.
Have you guys been in contact with the Minister of Environment just yet, I guess, about your proposed plans?
To be quite honest, this is a newly formed foundation. We have made our roundabouts on Facebook and in social media, but we do hope to have a conversation in the near future as it relates to where we see the foundation going and how it is to impact the Bahamian people.
Persons may wonder, I guess, if you guys will tie into the Bahamas National Trust or anything else, like any other organizations that look into national resources already.
Well, as stated before, this is the only non-profit, citizen-based foundation or organization that is there for the benefit of Bahamians. And so we stand alone in the sense that our foundation is solely on that purpose, and that we are here to ensure that we educate the Bahamian people on our natural resources and how they are to benefit from it.
How will you go about creating the ministry? What's the steps you'll take in that term?
In terms of the creation of the ministry, this is actually something that we are still in the stages of coming together, with. However, at the same time, we do invite the public, the general public, the Bahamians, to actually voice their opinion as to how they want to see their government run, as well as how they want to see the ministry operated as it relates to
As you would ask the question of the trust, most citizens are not aware of the Bahamas National Trust. The act is really to manage protected areas. So there's actually never existed a organization like this that deals specifically with the resources of the country. So you look at the Bahamas National Trust Act, it says protected area is declared and they manage that area on behalf of the citizens. So in terms of documenting the resources and what the President pointed out, this is all new for the country. And most of all, when you look at the persons who make up this foundation, the very common goal of integrity of the individuals and advocating for the interests of all Bahamians. So that really sets it apart, not just in the Bahamas. If you do your research, there has never been another organization like this in the entire Caribbean. So this is new for the region, not just the Bahamas.
Well, currently we have about 100 odd, but the membership drive has not yet officially begun. But in the near future, we anticipate a large following because of the importance of this fundamental issue of natural resources.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, wave to your audience.
Vice President.
Hi. Great. Fantastic. Everybody say bye-bye.
Bye bye. Yeah.